guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ganowski, a relationship and communication coach for men. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why it's important to understand what she wants specifically instead of just assuming. All right, so before I dive into that topic and explain what that means exactly, I want you to hit the subscribe button so that you receive videos every single day at this point for the month of June. I'm doing a video every day. And if you have recommendations based on your own personal challenges you're going through and you want me to do a video on it to dig into it a little bit more, then let me know. Just put it in the comments and say, Steph, can you do a video on this? I'm struggling here. And I'll say, of course, sure. And I will do a video. So that's how that works. Going back to today's topic, a lot of guys will assume that their woman wants a certain thing and they do a nice gesture. They assume it's just every woman loves this, right? So they do it and they don't get the result they want from it. And then it makes them upset. And the woman's even more upset because she's not getting what she needs and he's giving her things that she doesn't even want. So, for instance, flowers, okay? Some guys will, and this just happened on a phone call the other day. The guy was like, you know, I gave her flower. I've been buying her flowers a few times a week, which I never did before, and she's not even appreciative of it. They're doing a gesture that they never did before, that they assume is something she would really appreciate and love, because most people love flowers, right? Most women love flowers. But just because most women love flowers doesn't mean they're looking for flowers to solve the actual issue in the relationship. Some women don't even like flowers. So when you are conversing, maybe you have conflict and you're trying to make things better, the best thing to do is to understand where she's coming from and what she wants from the situation. So if a woman says, say you argued, right? And then at the end of the argument, she said something like, I just want you to respect me. And then that's how it ends. And you're just like, oh, fuck. Like, now she feels like she's not respected. Let me buy her flowers because it's something nice and it will make her feel better and it will show that I love her. So you're doing that, but you're not solving the problem that she doesn't feel respected, right? So if you give her flowers at that point, she'll just be like, okay, like she's not getting what she needs from you. And you're expecting her to see the flowers and be like, oh my God, thank you, I love you. Like, let's never fight again, ever. And now I see you do respect me. They're not associated. So what guys have to do more of is get very specific on, okay, well, what does respect look like to you? And she would say, well, you would stand up for me in front of this person. You know, the other day, my sister was talking me down and you didn't say anything. You stood there. I would really have loved if you could say something in those moments to stand for me and show that you love me by respecting me in that way. That would mean respect. And then you know what to do, right? Because you asked the question, you looked for how to solve that respect issue because you asked her what respect meant to her. You didn't just go out and do some general act of kindness for her to then think that she would react in a way where it's like, oh, now it's all better. You dug in a little deeper. You dug in and you asked her questions revolved around what the actual problem is. And a lot of guys are afraid to do this because they're like, well, I don't want to like make a huge fight again. I don't want her to get all emotional. So like, let me just go do something nice. And then they do something nice and it's actually a waste of time sometimes because they'll do things that will not solve the problem and they don't get the reaction they want to get by doing that nice thing. And she's not feeling appreciated because that nice thing doesn't solve the problem of respect or the issue. And no one wins. See how that works? So it's really, listening skills are so important. This is why I created the effective communication method for men, which is my brand new signature course. And it's helping men, especially with listening skills. So any guys who have trouble communicating, especially in the areas of listening, boundary setting, and perspective shifting, this is the most amazing course just designed for men to help in these areas, these problem areas. So many guys who lack this listening skill in communication, women lack it too, trust me, but I work with guys. So this is just an example for you guys to see, why it's so important to not go out of your way and just make assumptions on what you think will make her feel better when the real issue has nothing to do with just making her feel good in the moment. If you're not arguing and you just buy her flowers randomly, awesome. That's so sweet. Even if you are arguing and you solve the problem and you buy her flowers, cool. That's so sweet. That's so awesome. Good for you. You're a great guy. But a man who's really trying to understand her and show that he understands her is going to ask those deeper questions. Just as a woman who really wants to understand her man and like love her man to the fullest, she's going to ask him deeper questions. So let's try to ask deeper questions, get to the heart of the issue so that you can actually do something about it and not just cover it up with flowers and candy and chocolate and all that shit, even though it's amazing. You can send that stuff over to me. If she doesn't like it, just like forward it to my address. But that is it, guys. I hope that gave you perspective and I hope it taught you something new. Yeah, that's it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video tomorrow. Talk to you soon.